everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a great start to your weekend. This is the preview of West Ham's 17th away game of the 23-24 Premier League season, where we travel to South London for our fourth and penultimate London derby against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park tomorrow afternoon for a 3 o'clock kickoff, not live on any UK TV channel. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. But as you can see from the icon up here, there's also Crystal Palace retro gear in there as well, guys, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro in your respective club colours. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are currently supporting over 60 separate food banks as of the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop if there's any Palace fans watching, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So as always, guys, there's timestamps in the description below, so by all means, please do click around. If you can't stay for the 10-12 minutes, please feel free to jump to any section that you wish to listen to. And of course, please do put your comments in the comment section below, and please also do like, share and subscribe. The more likes these videos get, the more advertising this channel gets on there, and therefore more new people come into the channel and so hopefully subscribe, and like vice versa, blah 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 blah. Right, so let's start off with it, guys. The officials for this game: the referee is Graham Scott. His assistants are James Mannering and Sam Lewis. On fourth official duty is James Bell. On VAR, we have Paul the Tyrant Tierney, and his assistant is Eddie Smart. Now, of our last 6 away games to Crystal Palace, it's been mental. We've won twice, drawn twice, and lost twice, scoring 13 goals and conceding 13 goals. I can't genuinely remember for a long, long time where there was no goals that either team scored, much less one scored and the other didn't, for a long, long time. Now, David Moyes' Premier League away record at Selhurst Park shows he's won 5 and lost once, and that's it. So it's not bad omens, not bad omens. Now, as of the time of this recording, Crystal Palace are 14th in the Premier League, a game in hand over us. They've won 8, drawn 9 and lost 15, scoring 37 and conceding 54 goals, so on a minus 17 goal difference on 33 points. Now, there is a lot of talk about West Ham at the minute in terms of we are the 4th worst team to concede in the Premier League, and technically that's true, but there is 2 other teams on 58 conceded goals as well, and Crystal Palace are 4th in that point. Now, Palace's home record so far in the Premier League of the of the 15 games they've played at home so far, they've won 4, drawn 4 and lost 7, scoring 21 goals and conceding 24, so a minus 3 goal difference. And of their last 5 games in the Premier League, they've won twice, drawn once and lost twice. Now, in terms of players that we need to look out for, at home, obviously because the Palace are at home, is their highest goal scorer on 5 goals, and behind him, very, very closely, is Mateta on 4 goals and 2 assists, and Edouard is right behind him as well. Level with goals on 4 goals, so he hasn't got any assists, but he's slightly low behind it. Elise is their highest assister with 3 assists and 3 goals, with Mateta, as we just talked about, exactly right behind him, and Jordan Ayew right behind him as well. Sorry, yeah, it is Jordan Ayew. I was about to say Andre Ayew there. Jordan Ayew right behind him on 2 assists and 3 goals. Now, Lerma, who is injured at the moment, which we'll come on to, he is their highest aerial duel winner at home with an average of 2.8 aerial duels won on average per game. And Richards, who's also injured, on an average per game of 2.3 aerial duels won. Now, so let's crack on to the injuries. Looking at the more longer terms than those 2 players we just talked about, Olivieri, I think you pronounce that, has no return date as it stands at the moment due to a groin injury. Sam Johnston is ruled out until mid-July with an elbow injury. I'm guessing he's had surgery recently. Decore is out until early June with a calf and shin injury. Guay is out with a knee injury. The aforementioned Lerma is out with an undisclosed injury from what I've been able to say from the Liverpool game. Both of the last 2 we've just talked about are out until possibly early May. Raksaki, I have no idea who he is either, but he is out with a thigh injury, possibly returning for the London derby away next weekend against Fulham. Richards is out with a knee injury, but is going to be subject to a late fitness test for this game, as will Joel Ward from a groin injury, Hughes from a knock, but it does appear that Rob Holding, who was looking injured up until pretty much yesterday, by the time you guys get to see this, Rob Holding has been declared fit to return. So, guys, let's talk about West Ham United. If you haven't already done so, because it did go up relatively late last night, by all means, please do go and check out my full-time thoughts on the loss of Bayern Leverkusen that's up here. There even. But yeah, it's been 3 great seasons in Europe. I hope we can get there again soon. But we need to sort out the squad depth first and foremost, guys. It's the only reason why we've only been able to once been able to get to a final, and you know we've progressed and regressed. If you see what I mean. Obviously, the first under David Moyes, we got to the semi-final and lost it over the 2 legs. Then we went into the Conference League and we won that, and now we couldn't get past the German champions. You know, so it's not bad from that point of view. I did say when we were talking about it that if we were going to go out in the quarterfinals, let's go out in style. And boy, did we do that! As I say, go and check the video out. I don't really want to go over the old ground. It's disappointing, but inevitable that result was going to happen. Now, looking at injuries, as we know, Jared Bowen was dosed up to the nines with injections, so he could play the Bayer Leverkusen second leg. But he has, at the moment, 75% chance of returning from the hip and spine bruising that he's had. David Moyes did say he's still touch and go. I don't think they want to over-inject him too much. Maybe on the bench if he's fit. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, now Areola is back in training as well from a groin injury and is 50% likely to return. Mavropanos is also 50% likely to return from what looks like a strain of some form that he picked up against Bayer Leverkusen in the away leg. Phillips is 25% chance. I don't think we're seeing him again. 25% chance of return from his thigh injury. But as I say, all of them will be having a late fitness test. And of course, Paquetá and Emerson will be fresh and ready to go with it for this game after their Europa League second leg suspension. Now, this is difficult, right? Because obviously our next home game is Liverpool. Alvarez was knackered, bless him, on for the second leg. A lot of the players were blowing out on empty and fumes for the majority of the second half of that game. So it makes it really, really difficult to try and predict the starting 11. But guys, go on, please, as always, put your comment section in the comment section below. Let me know what you were thinking. What start 11 would you do if you were in charge of West Ham United? And this is the starting 11 that I would do if I was in charge. Fabianski in goal, with the back 4 of Soufal, Ogbonna, Casey and Emerson. Alvarez in the hole, with James Ward-Prowse in front of him, supporting Kudus, Paquetá and Cornet, with Antonio up front. Apologies for the stumble there, guys. I don't know why I stumbled. I'm doing this all the time. But thank you very, very much for sticking around this long. Thank you very much. If you've made it this far, please, and you haven't already done so, please do like, share and subscribe. The more people we get involved, as I said at the start of the video, the more this advertising gets on YouTube, and therefore more people to get involved. You know, it's all cyclical. We're all combined together in this one big circle. But yeah, thank you very much for your time. We will be doing the watch along for this game from around about 10 to 9. It's 9 o'clock, just gone 9 now. That's why I'm saying it. 10 to 3 on Sunday afternoon. But in the meantime, guys, I hope we can get to see you. But if we don't, have a fantastic weekend. If you do, fantastic. It'd be great to see you. Bring your beers. Let's talk about the game. Hopefully, we'll be able to watch a decent performance. But in the meantime, guys, have a great weekend. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.